Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. All right, Christmas, at least in the sense of December 25th, is over. New Year's is right around the corner. Now, I know some of you celebrate Christmas much longer and a lot of different traditions do, but I'm looking at the new year right now with my video thoughts for the day, and I'm getting ready for next year. And I thought I'd start out by offering you one of the prayers that has become a New Year's resolution for me. I want to pray this regularly. I want to pray regularly what Paul prayed in the book of Ephesians. In Ephesians chapter 1, he says, I'm going to pray that God will give you a spirit of wisdom and revelation in the knowledge of him. Pause for a moment. God give you a spirit of wisdom, thinking like God thinks, and revelation, awareness and a revealing of God, of the knowledge of him. And then Paul says, having the eyes of your heart, which also in Jewish thought conveys the idea of your mind. The idea is having the eyes of your heart and your mind enlightened so you can see better. Having the eyes of your heart, your mind enlightened, that you may know. Know what, Paul? Paul says, I want you to grow in the knowledge of God so you will have your eyes enlightened and you will know the hope, the confident expectation to which he's called you, so that you will know what are the riches of his glorious inheritance in the saints and his chosen people, that you may know what is the immeasurable greatness of his power toward us who believe. This is Paul's prayer for the Ephesians. This is my prayer for myself, but it's also my prayer for my family and for those I love and care about. I want you to think about going into next year. And I don't know how you'll best remember this prayer. You'll find it in Ephesians 1. But I would suggest you pray this prayer at least weekly. I'm going to go for it even more often than that. And I think as we pray this prayer, we're going to see God do some amazing things in our life. We're going to see God begin to answer the prayer and open our eyes to see him better, to understand him better. You know, I've got to bring this to a close here in a minute, but let me tell you this. The older I get and the longer I walk with God, the more I see him at work in my life. Now, I've still got a long way to go. I still have these little snafus, these sin patterns, these things I wish were not there. I find I do things I don't want to do. I find things I want to do, I don't do. But I see that God is teaching me more and more each day to grow in him. And I'm not the same person I used to be. And I'm thankful for that. And I don't want to be the same going into 2025 as I am going into 2024, should God grace me to live that long. So join me in this. Let's let God transform us by praying that God will give us a spirit of wisdom and revelation in him. So we'll know him better, our eyes will be enlightened, and our life will be transformed. That's where I'm starting, getting ready for the new year, and I hope you'll join me because this is your video thought for the day. See you tomorrow.